I'm Kathy Heller, and this is one of our episodes of Imagine Your Story for Summer Reading 2020. This week's story feature is The Princess and the Pea. We have a variety of books at the library about the Princess and the Pea, but our special games today talk about your own story. Imagine Your Story can be imagining a storybook, but you have a story, a family history, and that's important too. So if you know in The Princess and the Pea, she says she's a princess, but they don't believe her until they find out more about her. So we want to find out more about you. And in your packet, if you got a packet from the library, you have a family tree. There's a couple of different versions. You can decide which one works best with your family. Information, a sheet, and a game to play about your family traits. You should have some Skittles, a piece of green paper, and if you need anything else at home, or you can do this at home if you don't have this family tree, you can draw it on a blank piece of paper. So you might need some glue or some scissors and a pencil or a pen or a marker to write the names. The first family tree is one of the basic kind where you put your mother and your father and his parents and her parents and on, and it makes a nice family tree. But sometimes our families don't look exactly like that. We have different people in and out of our family, or we want to put more names. Maybe, I don't know my great-grandparents, but I want to put my special aunt or my brothers and sisters on here. If you'd rather do your own family tree a different way, we have a blank family tree and the green paper. You can just cut out leaves from your green paper, any size you want, and write the names of the people in your family on them and glue them on the tree, all over the tree. We're going to use this part to play a game. I'm just going to use this because it was already laid out and it's simple. Take your packet of Skittles and open them up, and you put a candy on every name on the family tree. I need one more. I don't know if you've ever played Don't Eat Pete, but this is a game that is similar to Don't Eat Pete, only it's called Don't Eat Grandpa Pete. So what you do after you have the candy on there is one person leaves the room. When they're out of the room, the group that's together picks a name. I'm going to pick Shirley. The person comes back in and they start eating the candies. And they keep eating. And they keep eating. And when they get to Shirley, you say, "Don't eat Grandpa Pete," because that was the special one that we picked. That person then gets to stay in the room. A new person leaves the room. You put the candy, not the ones that they've eaten, put new candy on the board, pick a new name, and have them come in. Maybe while you're doing this, you could tell a story about them. Why is Shirley important in your family, and why did we pick her? Well, we want to tell a story about Shirley or anyone else on your family tree. And you can do that game with either family tree, whichever one you wanted to do. Now, the other activity is kind of like a game. It explains it on here. If you wanted to have everybody in the room stand up and then they sit down as the traits appear or see who's the most unique, you can play it however you want, but it's kind of fun. You take your scissors and cut these cards out. And then as you draw the cards, you see who can do the things on these cards. Like this one is roll your tongue. Can you roll your tongue? I can roll my tongue. My grandson can roll his tongue, but I don't know if everybody in my family can because we didn't play this game yet. How about those dimples? My grandson has dimples. I don't. But I have the curly hair. I have curly hair, naturally curly hair. And how about try this one? When you fold your hands, do you cross your left thumb over your right? Let me see. Left thumb over my right thumb. Try to do it the other way. Oh, that feels weird. So you can find out some different things about your family with inherited traits. You can play a game called Don't Eat Grandpa Pete and learn some things about your family. Imagine your story. And thank you for joining us from the Minerva Public Library.